All right. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to tonight's Ustream. My name is AntonYPR. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We appreciate your attendance tonight. A lot of you might have found $5, $10 on the ground before, but I've never found 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So we appreciate your time tonight. We understand you can't get this time back. Now, your friend who shared this concept with you tonight is not trying to sell or convince you on anything, guys. Not at all. They're your friend. And your friend's not a salesman. Your friend's not, again, trying to convince you to do this. They're not using some crazy persuasion tactic. My name's AntonYPR. You can add me on Facebook. I'm a normal guy. I have above average goals and dreams, and your friend probably does too, which is probably why they shared this thing with you tonight. Maybe you have above average goals and dreams also. Maybe they realize that you're going to have student loan debt. Maybe they realize that you ask your parents for money. Maybe you're like me. Maybe you're an optimist. Maybe you always look at things for what they could be instead of what they actually are. Maybe you look for the brighter side of things. And that was me. Personally, I heard about this opportunity for the first time about 2 years ago. My buddy Luke Kish, who a lot of you on the call who are in the business have probably heard of before. He went to San Diego State, and this company, Vemma, right here on the side of the bottle, VEMMA, Vitamins, Essential Minerals, Mangosteen, and Aloe Vera, is based out of Scottsdale, Arizona. The company doesn't spend a single dollar on advertising. It's all word of mouth, a lot like Facebook. So if you think back to the movie The Social Network, you remember about that scene where Justin Timberlake wakes up with that girl in Stanford, and the concept started up in the Northeast at Harvard. Everybody thought Zuckerberg was crazy. That thing's not going to work, Mark. He invited 15 people over to his dorm room, and 13 said, "You're dumb, you're crazy, you're stupid. Nobody's going to want to use Facebook, Mark." Well, now he's worth over $20 billion. And Facebook is valued at over, I believe it's over $100 billion. So lucky for the two people that said yes, they're multi-billionaires. So check it out. If you're new on the call tonight, keep an open mind. Oprah says the most expensive thing you can own in this economy is a closed mind. So I had an open mind. My buddy sat me down. He told me about this company, and I tried the product. I tried this product called Verve. Hey, can you pass me that remix, Marcellus? I tried this product called Verve. VERVE. He told me in it there's 65 plant source minerals, 12 key vitamins A through E, mangosteen, which is a superfruit from Southeast Asia, and aloe vera in the form of decaffeinated green tea. And I was like, okay, all that stuff sounds really, really good for me, but that's kind of boring. What's that have to do with me? He said, this company doesn't spend any money on advertising. They're going to take the entire ad budget and pay people like me and you. And I was like, okay. All my friends spend money on Red Bull. That's kind of cool. But I don't want to sell them stuff. Refresh for Cam. I believe it's still working. Somebody text me if it's not. That could be bad. My phone might blow up. But like I said, he said to me, we could share these products with our friends. And like if you shared Facebook with your friends, you could build a network of people drinking it, a network of people using the product. We didn't view Facebook as a product. We didn't view Twitter as a product. We didn't view Instagram, Snapchat, Tumblr, AIM as products. Yet we share them with our friends. We don't view a Drake song as a product, yet we share them with our friends all the time. And when he shared it with me, I wasn't just going to go to his house every time I wanted one if I liked it. I was going to go order some for myself. So I said, man, Luke, where do I get these products? He said, the only place you can get it is online. And I was like, that's pretty cool. That's like Amazon.com. It's not in stores, and that creates a lot of exclusivity. You can't get it anywhere else. And I was like, why is that, Luke? He told me, well, you're not going to buy it. You're not going to walk into a Wawa, a Citgo, a 7-Eleven and buy what you don't know. Guys, we're not going to go into a store and be like, wow, those look just like Jordans, but they're not Jordans. Let me get them. We're not going to do that. We're not going to go on Hot New Hip Hop and be like, wow, that sounds just like Meek Mill, but it's not Meek Mill. You're not going to do that. Ladies, you're not going to be like, wow, it looks just like a Victoria's Secret bra, but it's not a Victoria's Secret bra. I'm going to get it. You're going to stick to what you know. And the only time you're going to start using a different product, drinking a different product, using a different service, listening to a different artist, is if your friend is like, yo, that's beat, listen to this. Yo, MySpace stinks, your top 8's lame, get on Facebook. And I realized if I told my friends, yo, Red Bull's bad for you, Verve's good for you, you should drink it, one, I'd be doing them a service because without your health, you have absolutely nothing. And two, we could make money together. When I understood the business model and I saw that just like Amazon.com's affiliate program, we can create an online storefront and move Amazon's products for them, stuff you can get anywhere. TVs, shoes, shirts, socks, Jordans, Triscuits, stuff you can get anywhere. we could build a business around this, just like Verve. So I saw that in the 21st century, I can build an online business with no cap on my income, with no prior business experience, no sales experience, and I could pay for my student loans. I could put myself through school, and by the end of the time I was graduating, I wouldn't have to get the crappy job they offered me. And I got really excited over that concept. My dreams weren't as big as they are now when I got started, but I tasted performance-based income for the first time in my life. If you're new on the call and you have a job, listen to this, because this blew my mind. You're limited on the income you can make. You only have 24 hours in a day. Trading your hour for time is like trading a Motorola Razr for an iPhone 5. They're completely different values, yet people do it all the time. On your tombstone, it's the date you're born and the date you die. That dash in the middle is what you do while you're here on earth. I heard once from my buddy Chris Watson, everybody has a name, but not everyone's name is remembered. So I started to think about what I could do if I really put my mind to it, if I really made this business model a priority. And I went through my Facebook contacts, my phone book contacts, and I was like, who do I know that wants to make a lot of money? Who do I know that wants a Lamborghini, that wants time freedom, that wants to be able to retire mom and dad, that just wants to consume a better product? Who do I know that has student loans? 1.3 trillion is owed to the United States government in student loans right now. That's 1,300 billions. And a billion's 1,000 millions. And the average starting salary is 30 grand. The numbers didn't add up to me. I read a Forbes article that said 16.6% of last year's graduating seniors had a job lined up. That's horrible, dude. I read that 85% of last year's college grads are moving in back home with mom and dad. And I started to think for myself for the first time in my life. Instead of just going to school, getting good grades, taking out student loans, going into a job to pay off my student loans, I started to think for myself, what could I do with a performance-based business? What could I do with an online business model around a product that my friends already spend money on? What could I do with an international business that I run from my iPhone? And I started seeing the big picture of this thing. And I went through my Facebook contacts, like I said, and I made a list. I had about 400 friends on this list. I had 1,200 friends on Facebook. My buddy told me if I had 1,200 orders of Vima products shipping out monthly, residual income started to kick in. And I'd be making about $2 grand a week and $100 grand a year. And words could not describe how excited I was when I did that. When in 12 months, I went from no prior sales experience, no business experience, to $100,000 a year income. And I'm not on here to talk about that, guys. I could talk about it all night, but it would do nothing for anyone but me. What I'm on here to talk about is what we're doing is working. Not to sell or convince you on the idea, more to encourage you to think about it for yourself. Think what you could do if you shared a couple products with a couple people and just through a couple relationships you built this network of consumers. The friend who brought you on here tonight might personally know me. And because they personally know me, I personally know someone who knows the Dalai Lama. Now through 4 relationships, you know the Dalai Lama. So think about who you know in a different country. Think about who you could team up with. If you and a couple friends work together, follow me on these numbers, guys, because this is crazy, how you can get out of your part-time job, how you can pay off your student loans. If you introduce to 5 friends at your school and those 5 friends tell 7 each, you directly created 5 product sales. These 5 went through your website, placed an order for product, drove up sales for the company. And because they don't pay a billboard, a commercial, or YouTube ad, they recognize that you're the one that created that sale directly. So they're going to pay you for that. You'll get some cash for directly moving product for the company. And then every time that order ships out, you'll get credit for it also. Get back with the person who brought you on here tonight or study the Vima compensation plan video on YouTube to learn more about how to get paid. Those 5 friends tell 7 friends each. You have about 35 orders in your network of consumers of the products that you indirectly created. So Vima is going to recognize that and put them in a network like a mutual friend on Facebook. So 35 orders at school, guys, and 2 friends in my hometown told 10 friends each. So 35 and 20, I was making $600 a month, and I could quit my part-time job. If you ask your mom and dad for money, I bet $600 a month would help you out. If you have a job to pay for your car, your housing, your books, your tuition, $600 a month would probably help you out. And I saw the next rank in the company, and I got fired up. I was driving a 2001 black Chevy Suburban. It was two-toned. It was black and rust. It was dope. And I wanted to get out of it. I wanted to drive something new. That wasn't my dream car. And if you have dreams like I do, you might want a BMW. You might want a Mercedes or whatever car you really want. We have an opportunity to do that. Once you hit the rank of Diamond, where those 35 orders add 1 each, you have 70. And those 20 orders add 1 each, you have 40. At 70 and 40, you're making about $1,200 a month driving one of these. And on the back of the keychain here, Vima Platinum Club, dream big dreams. Small dreams have no magic. And that's what I started to do. I started to dream big dreams. I started to think, wow, if I can do that in just 90 days, I can teach people to do it even faster. So that's what I started to do. I've got people in my group who've done it in a month. This kid, Tom Allen, graduated high school driving a nicer car than all of his teachers, making about 60 grand a year, which is crazy. You don't hear stories like that. You don't hear stories of 18-year-old kids, 17-year-old kids graduating high school, making more money than their principal, driving a nicer car. You don't hear that happening. You don't hear stories like Luke Kish approaching a seven-figure income, results not typical, at the age of 21, soon to be 22. You don't hear stories like that. So for the first time in my life, I saw an opportunity with no cap, a completely performance-based income. I saw an opportunity to help people. I saw an opportunity to be healthy, change my life physically, mentally, and financially. And I saw an opportunity to surround myself with people who are going to get me higher in life. And we all know that it's all about relationships. It's no longer the classes you take, but the hands you shake. Because we're so connected in this day and age. So I got excited. I wanted to make a lot of money. And if you're new on the call tonight and you want to make a lot of money, get back with the person who brought you here. Because they're not trying to sell or convince you on an idea. They're trying to share a product with you that can change your future forever. Check it out. Think about it for yourself. Think what an extra $600 a month could do for you. Think what an extra $1,200 a month could do. Well, the top income earner in our company right now is seeing, results not typical, upwards of $100,000 a week. And I don't say that to brag or impress anybody on the call. But I say that to help you see the bigger picture, because never in my life did I know it was possible to make that kind of money doing this. This industry, affiliate marketing, is proven to produce more 6- and 7-figure income earners than every other industry in the world right now, just past professional athletics. Reason being, it's a home-based business model. It's the business of the 21st century. You can check out what Donald Trump has to say about the industry. He was asked on the Letterman show. Letterman asked Donald, he said, if you lost your entire fortune, how would you rebuild it? He said, I would find a good network marketing company and get to work. The entire crowd booed him. He stood up and said, that's why I'm up here and you're down there. So 3% of the country owns 97% of all the money. If you study that 3%, Bill Gates says the best kept secret of the rich and the wealthy is network marketing. Warren Buffett, the most successful investor of all time, owns 6 of these companies, one of them being Pampered Chef. If you don't know what it is, I bet your mom does. A little bit credibility on the products, guys. This was featured on the Dr. Oz show. He was saying it's his favorite alternative form of energy with a handful of almonds. He's America's doctor, most watched face in America. Good enough for him, probably good enough for me. Wilson Chandler consumes the products. NBA, if anybody knows who he is, pretty credible. If you guys have ever seen the show on E! With Eric Decker, you can see in the show they're consuming the products. So really, really good for you. Men's Journal says that this one right here is the most complete liquid antioxidant for men under 50. Reason being, the delivery method is revolutionary. A pill capsule vitamin is not as bioavailable as a liquid multivitamin. Your stomach works like a sponge. It absorbs stuff. So a pill, not so absorbable. So the concept of the product has changed the game for the health and wellness industry. We've won multiple awards. BK Barreco, the CEO, won the Gold Stevie Award last year for CEO Entrepreneur of the Year. So we're on to something, guys. Vima did $221 million in sales in 2013, on to $350 to $400 million this year. Now, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that we're at the right place at the right time. You look left, you look right, you see most people you know struggling financially. Experts predict that by 2025 you will have to own a home-based business just to survive. So we're at the right place at the right time. Everything in the last 20 to 30, 40 years has changed except for the way we make money. When we grew up, guys, people were outside playing games, running around the neighborhood playing basketball. Now you see young 4, 5, 6, 7-year-olds playing with iPads. They don't play sports outside. They play sports on their iPad, which is outrageous. That doesn't even make sense to me. So times are changing, ways to make money are changing, and we are forced to change with them. It's the business of the 21st century. So check it out, guys. Getting started is as simple as ordering product. Go to your friend's website, place an order. It'll get shipped right to your front door. From there, anybody you share the products with will go to your website. They'll place an order, and that order will be placed in your network. And then you can start building a team. By the end of the summer, you should make it a goal to have about 100 orders in your network. There's 143 viewers on the call tonight. Think about if you started running your own Ustreams, sharing these things with your friends. If you started with just inviting 5 on the call, 5 could invite 1 each to the next night's call. That's 10 viewers. And 143 on tonight's call, I got a feeling at least one's going to come back tomorrow. So if 143 brought 1 each, you've got 286 viewers on tomorrow's call. And we've seen calls upwards of 400 or 500 viewers. So this thing is catching serious traction, guys. Get back with the person who brought you on here tonight. I'm going to start a quick start training with my buddy Andrew Yeager, who's approaching a 7-figure income in the next 5 minutes here. So bear with us, guys. If you're interested in more information, get back with the person who brought you on tonight. Thanks for listening.